What's going on, nation, and welcome back to Front Door Fitness. I'm your host, Scott Herman. I couldn't even keep a straight face. All right, guys, so here's the thing. I got about 3 to 4 weeks left until I can move into my new house. And when that time comes, there will be no more front door in the background. But this is the only place I get nice natural lighting. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, make sure you do at Scott Herman Fitness. You saw all my stories when I was back home in New Hampshire for the last couple weeks, and I completely tore apart my gym that you've seen in my videos for the last 6 years, and now it is in transit on its way to Florida to be put into my new home once I can move in. So lots of exciting things are happening, guys. I'm really pumped. I got all kinds of great ideas for new content coming your way. Oh, and while I was home, I filmed all the footage I need for the full body program, so now that I have all the footage and I'm back in Florida, I can start piecing it together and you will see it very soon. Now, as for this video, I'm going to show you guys how to start to build up your shoulders, especially if your rear deltoids are a lagging body part. For a lot of us, they are. They just don't get enough attention with all the exercises that we're doing. So what I want you to do is, if you missed any of the other videos in this series, and these videos can be used if you have a lagging body part, if you have muscle imbalances, or if you just need to spark some growth. So if you missed any of those other videos, I did one for chest, one for biceps, one for triceps, and one for inner quads. I will post the entire playlist in the end screens of this video, as well as in my pinned comment below. And as I continue this series, because I plan on hitting every single body part, all those videos will go there. So maybe bookmark the playlist. But for this video, it's going to work the same way, all right? Most of us go to the gym and we only focus on 2 out of the 3 muscle building mechanisms: mechanical tension and muscle damage. Mechanical tension being how much weight you lift, and muscle damage being the micro tears that happen in your muscles from lifting in general. What we tend to not really pay attention to is metabolic stress, which is a lot of volume in a short amount of time. So what we're going to do, once again, is take 2 exercises and utilize those 2 exercises to smash all 3 muscle building mechanisms as hard as we possibly can. But before we get started, be sure to click that notification bell if you'd like to see all the videos I upload forever, ever, and ever, and smash that like button if you've been enjoying the content. Alright guys, so the first exercise that you're going to do is going to be a standing dumbbell shoulder press. Now, the reason why we're doing this standing and with dumbbells as opposed to seated or with a barbell is because if you go back and you check out my Versus series video where I actually did dumbbell shoulder press versus barbell shoulder press, I compared every variation from seated to standing, and it turns out that the standing dumbbell shoulder press is going to activate the most rear deltoids out of any of the other variations. So, with this video being focused on trying to get those rear deltoids to pop, we're going to do the standing dumbbell shoulder press. And what you're going to do is very simple. You're going to do 6 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions, and you're going to complete them with about 90 seconds rest in between your sets, lifting as heavy as you possibly can, all right? And remember, we're lifting as heavy as we possibly can here to take advantage of mechanical tension and muscle damage. And as soon as you finish those 6 sets, you're going to move on to the next exercise, which is going to be an incline dumbbell rear fly, and you're going to complete 200 repetitions as fast as you possibly can, doing about 20 to 30 repetitions at a time. And once again, guys, this is going to allow us to take advantage of metabolic stress. Not only will you get the pump of a lifetime, but you are going to be targeting and smashing those shoulders as hard as you possibly can, taking advantage of all 3 muscle building mechanisms to spark some muscle growth that you might not have seen for a while. So very simple, guys. For the incline dumbbell rear fly, if you've never done it before, you're probably going to need anywhere between 5 to 15 pounds, maybe as high as 20. Remember, we're doing 200 repetitions, and you want to lay on it in such a way that you're probably about a 30-degree angle with your chest, all right? Don't put it so high that you're not really engaging your rear deltoids. If you're not feeling it in your rear deltoids, then the angle of the bench is too high. Just lower it a little bit. And what you're going to do is full range of motion. You're going to touch your hands at the bottom of the movement or let the dumbbells touch each other, and then you're going to bring them up and back as high as you can, really trying to engage those rear deltoids. But don't just flail your arms around, guys, okay? On every single repetition, as you bring your arms back, Flex and squeeze your arms and your shoulders as hard as you can before returning back to the starting position, and repeat. But that doesn't have to be it for your workout, guys. If you still want to go ahead and do some exercises to target your middle or front deltoids, that's totally okay. Just make sure you're not applying this concept of 200 repetitions to every single body part that you're training, all right? This is meant to kind of bring up a lagging body part, correct a muscle imbalance, or force some growth if a body part's been stubborn. The only time I'd really recommend doing this for 2 body parts in one day or at a time would be if you're picking one for the upper body and one for the lower body. And all you're going to do is you're going to train like this for 4 to 6 weeks, and then you can switch to one of the other videos in the playlist that I mentioned in the beginning of this video and start working on those body parts. Oh, and one last thing. Remember, as a natural athlete, you have got to take advantage of multiple growth windows, which means you want to do this routine on your shoulder day, but there's going to be another day or at least 2 other days where you might want to do it again to make sure you're taking advantage of those windows, okay? The anabolic window, it's going to close every 36 to 48 hours, so it makes sense to make sure you're training your shoulders 2 to maybe 3 times a week if you want to see growth. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have a suggestion for the next body part that you'd like to see me tackle and give you a routine for, post it down in that comment section below. And guys, fingers crossed that my house will be done by like November 10th, 11th, or 12th, okay? I was supposed to move in August, and this apartment is okay, but it is killing me. Hope you guys have a great day, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys. Oh,